computer so I can get it ready to go. I have heard from some teachers who actually are sending this out kind of as homework or to watch it when they get a chance. I'm also going to be setting this up to stream live again. Some people use YouTube, some people don't. It just depends. I have seen people there. Some people do, some people don't. It's not a problem. Some people go there to watch the videos again. Some people have also used it as a go back and watch it. Like I said, a 6th grade teacher assigned the DNA activity from a couple of weeks ago and had their students do it and check to make sure this is up and running because this sometimes breaks. Not a problem. Some people go there. There we go. I don't want feedback. We're good there. You can see my screen. I know it's so exciting. All right. So we are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. I know you might hear some background noises. Sorry. I gotta leave the windows open. Otherwise, in this old house of mine, I don't have central air, so I don't have any air conditioning. My air conditioning are 2 in, actually 3 in window in wall units, and that's all I get. But otherwise, I've got lots of great windows and a lot of really nice lighting. So I have really big windows and really big doorways, a lot of cool old woodwork. And that's our local dingoes driving by with their muffler that sounds like a gigantic fart can, okay? I know you guys are messing with the annotation stuff. Remember, be careful with all that stuff. I don't know how much I can and can't control, but we're doing good. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our activity. We're going to be talking about human inertia tricks. And this is one that we almost always do live in person because it has a little bit more involved setup. And it's a little bit tricky to teach over the internet, but I can kind of show you how to do this. There are some videos out there that are even better that'll explain how to do things a little bit better than I can. But a lot of it comes down to your trial and error. It's just practice, okay? So when we talk about this, we usually talk about it in terms of laws of motion, but we're going to talk about it in using all your systems together because we're going to be using our eyes and our ears and our reflexes, so our nerve firings to our brains, to do some really, really cool, neat things that you can show off to all your friends, family, and impress the ladies or boys or whatever you want to do. Okay, gentlemen, you can impress the ladies. Ladies, you can impress the boys, whatever. I think I saw Mr. Gerson, Mrs. Comer, you can, impress your spouses by this and like, woo, all right? I know my wife is so excited about this stuff. All right, no, I'm kidding. Anyway, so Newton's laws of motion, I'm going to talk about it in terms of motion and our system, okay? When we look at our systems, our body systems, we're made up of a whole bunch of nerves, and our nerves tells us what we should be doing. So using our senses, our eyes and ears and mouth and nose and head and shoulders, knees and toes, we communicate and understand the world around us. So right now what you're using a lot of is you're using your eyes and your ears to process a ton of information. All that information is coming from the vibrations from my voice box out through the air into the microphone of my computer over here, through this camera straight in front of you, being processed through this computer, sent out to the internets, and then going directly to you in a matter of fractions of seconds. I mean, it's crazy. My job is just wild when you think about it because it is so different. And even, 15 years ago, stuff like this, ladies and gentlemen, couldn't even sniff it, okay? The fact that you have a lot of cell phones that have most of the processing power of older computers, pretty amazing, okay? It's really, 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 really crazy to think how much technology is processed and how much information we take in every day. And if you really think about how much information we take in, think about all the times that you have random itches and scratches and things that bug you. Those are bored nerve. I got one right there. I had a bored nerve ending right up there. So sometimes when it says scratch me or itch or ow or something, it's just your nerve endings being bored. They just need some excitement in their life, okay? So that's when they do things, they start doing that, and now you're starting to think about, now I got a random itch there, and now you probably think about random itches that you have all over the place. You're just going to make yourself hurt and your brain hurt, okay? So when we look at Newton's laws of motion, Newton has 3 laws of motion. And Newton's 3 laws of motion are basically what governs 98% of our life. There's about 2% of it that doesn't, but that's just because it's way out in space that we're not going to worry about right now. Stuff we don't need to worry about, like astrophysics stuff. And so Newton's first law of motion is a great law of motion, but it's also by far the most painful one. It's the one that we feel the most because it deals with what's called inertia, or resistance to change in motion. So if you take a look at this awesome animation, okay, remember, it's not the fall, or it's not the stopping that hurts you. It's the sudden stop or the sudden change that really hurts. This is why whiplash isn't a thing where you get kicked backwards. So you can see our test tube buddy skateboarding along, hits a rock, the skateboard stops, our test tube keeps going and ends up broken. Because inertia is resistance to change in motion. Things that are at rest want to stay at rest. Things that are in motion want to stay in motion. Let me show you an example. Okay, let's see if I can get this set up right and the correct way up. I'm going to show you some objects that are at rest. Oh, that's upside down. Sorry, guys. So if you look at the bed over there, everybody can see this. Okay, I have 2 objects that are at rest. Okay, and they tend to want to stay at rest unless something acts on them, like they're hungry or something. Obviously, we can see that they won't move unless something acts on them, like me or somebody else, or they're hungry or whatever. Right? Right. Ding dong cats. Anyway, inertia hurts. And again, it's not the fall that kills you, like if you're jumping out of a plane without a parachute that doesn't work. It's not that fall that hurts you. It's the sudden stop. So when we look at it, whoop, wrong one. I need to go here. When we look at this, a great way to think about this is to look at our friend Coyote and Roadrunner. Okay? Great way to look at it is this. Okay, my favorite part here. We've got, everybody see what's going on here? We've got so if we watch, he's going to go here in motion. And we're going super speed. And if we notice, here comes the Roadrunner. They're going to take off. They're in motion, super fast speeds. And the gag setup is always there's something coming. But if we watch, you got this metal bar that's going to come up. Bang. Okay? Notice, didn't go through the metal because inertia. That metal has more resistance to motion than Wile E. Coyote going fast enough to burn up the thing. It's like if I want to put my fist through this wall, I can hit this wall as hard as I can, but it's going to hit me back. And I have to have more energy behind it to set through it. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Okay? Otherwise, I end up with a broken fist. Okay? Because this is an object at rest, and it has a lot of stored energy, potential energy. My fist coming through is kinetic energy. I have to equal that amount of force, if not more, in order not to damage myself. So how does that work? What that means is we need to figure out how to use this inertia for us, not against us. So what we're going to do is show how we can use inertia to do some unique and different things. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, what we're going to do is we are going to look at a whole lot of different things you can do using inertia to your advantage. So here's where we're going to start. We're going to start with probably the easiest one. Okay, the easiest one is going to be this. You're going to take your cup, okay? All right, and you can set yours up too. You're going to take one playing card, okay? You're going to take one playing card. You're going to set it over the top, all right? And I'm going to put a quarter on top of it. And I am going to bet you guys this quarter that I can make this quarter land in this cup without pulling this card at all. Without pulling it. I'm not going to pull it. Okay, I can do it without touching the quarter either. Do you think I can do this? Okay, you guys all have blind faith in me. That's great. So when you do this, this is what you could do. You could bet your friends or family or whoever that you can make this quarter land in this cup without touching the quarter ever, or even pulling the card. You don't have to pull the card, because if you pull the card, it falls off, right? I'm going to do it without, doing any of that. You would be touching it. That doesn't work right. So what you'll do to show off to all your friends is you're going to put your coin right in the middle. You're going to take yours, and then what you're going to do, this one is a little tricky because this cup is a little large. You want a little bit smaller cup. I don't know, do I have a smaller cup? Actually, I do. It's got paint in it, but it has old paint in it. It's from a project. This works better, okay? There we go, that'll work better. So if I do this, I'm going to actually, because if I try to pull this, it kind of works, but it drags the coin with it, and it just slides up. What I want to do is I'm going to take my finger, okay, and I want to flick the edge of the card so that it goes straight out, and it knocks the coin out. You ready? 3, 2, 1. And I don't even have to do it that hard. Now, watch this. I can keep going. I'm going to put a stack. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I've got 10. I've got 2 quarters and 8 nickels. Oh, and for good measure, we'll put a penny on there. Oh, and I got a couple dimes. Oh, no, I've got more dimes. 3, 4. I've got 4 dimes. So that's 15 coins. Can I knock all 15 coins into this without any problem? You think I can do it? Do you think I can use this flicking motion to make it work? Think so? Logan has high doubts on me. It's okay, Logan. I can see you there. I see the doubt creeping in. So here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. No problem. All right? So what I'm going to do is, if you have these things with you, give it a try. See what you can do. I see some people who have it. Give it a shot. See what you can do. I'll show that, you guys can do this. If you have it, I'll give you a couple minutes to try it out. If not, no, it's not impossible, Kellen. It is not impossible, okay? All you have to do, it's a quick flick right on the edge, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Nothing hard. It is kind of like the old pull the tablecloth out from underneath trick, but this is harder. You have to really pull it hard to do it. Okay. So go ahead and give that a try. I'll give you a try, and then I'll give you another test to try out. Yep, I know I'm right. I know, Kellen. I know. It's not that hard, is it? But see, now you can show off to all your friends and family and show off your skill. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to lose my internet. That's my power cord right there. I know, it is mesmerizing, isn't it? Now, if I can find it, let me see if I can find I know I have a slow motion one of it somewhere. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to try this. I'm going to see if I can find that slow motion. Oh, I don't have it here. Okay. Okay. So I don't have it. Not a problem. Okay. Neat. I can find it. I know it's up on the ESU5 Twitterverse of things. So if you were to look. Now, next thing, go ahead and stop real quick. Next thing you can do to show off. Okay. Next thing you're going to do to show off to all your family and friends is that you can catch a penny in your hand from your elbow, okay? And this is always the most difficult for 4th graders, 5th graders, and whoever, because it requires a little bit of patience and it requires some thought. Because here's what you'll do. I know some people might know how to do this. You're gonna take your elbow, okay? And when I set it, notice I have my elbow level, okay? This is where we have some problems. If you can do this 10,000 million times, I'll show you that you probably need to up your skill level. So if I do this, okay, I have this set on my elbow right here, okay, right here. I'll use a quarter so you can see it a little bit better. Everybody see that right there? Can kind of see it? Now, what I have is I have my hand open like this, and we're going to not push up with our elbow. We're going to drop our elbow straight down and snap our hand to catch it. So if I do this, I'm just going to go like this, and I'm even sitting. I'm going to drop my elbow and catch it just like that. So if you get good at it, though, you can start stacking coins on top of it. Let me do 2, 3. You think I can do 5 nickels while sitting? Think I can do 5 nickels while sitting? I'll probably make a mess. If you hear a whole bunch of coins hit the ground, I failed it. All right. Now, if I do this, see if I can do this while sitting. This is tricky. I missed. Okay, I got 2 out of 5. I wasn't surprised. It's trickier when you're sitting. If you can, when you look at it, I think our best record is something like 17 or 18 for 4th or 5th graders. Give that a try. Remember to drop your elbow and then snap your wrist over. Looks like Alexis got it. Drop your elbow. What a lot of people will do is they'll push up with their shoulder. Don't push up with your shoulder. Keep your shoulder locked, and then drop your hand and snap your wrist, okay? Thomas Idrison mentioned something. You just want to help with the volleyball snap? Absolutely. Always a great idea. I think I dropped 10 cents down here. Maybe 10 cents more. That's not good. I think I got them all back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5. All right, great. Go ahead and give that a try. I'm going to see how you guys do, and then I'll show you one other really neat thing. Let's see. Carpy's at it. Good. Got 4. Keep working up. My best, I think I've hit is like 17 or 18. Can usually do that. Oh, Allie, don't push up. Don't push up with your elbow. Kind of checking. Don't push up with your elbow. Drop your elbow straight down. Yes, this is hard. Drop your head, elbow straight down. Snap your wrist. Snap. Snap. Okay? Yeah, this is a pretty common thing. Okay? This is a common thing. Okay? And remember, you can't twist. You don't want to twist your hand around either. Drop straight down, snap. Good. This takes practice. This takes a lot of practice. I see a lot of people like, I did it. Awesome. Okay, I'm just seeing, watch this. 8 out of 10, not bad. Try to get 10 out of 10. I love watching everybody try this. It's so much fun. Those of you who are trying it, it's always hilarious to watch you guys. You guys usually do a really good job with this. See a lot of successful people. Did 30. Looks like Charlie's got. Who said they did 30? I'm going to see this. Hang on a second. Audrey, where are you? I got to find you. Got to find you. Where is Audrey? Where are you? Where are you? Audrey, you're there. I'm going to have you do something real quick. If you feel comfortable, I'd like you to start your video. And then I want you to, if you feel comfortable, okay, if you feel comfortable, hang on. Nope, okay, sorry, I kind of broke it there for a moment. My Zoom is stalling. Sorry, guys, sorry. I think it's stalled. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Whew. Okay. Whew. All right, I got scared there. Everything froze on me, okay? Let's see. Okay, that's fine. When's the meeting in? We usually are done about 10:30. 10:35-ish. Okay, if you don't feel comfortable, that's fine. I'd love to see somebody do 30 because I've never seen that happen. Okay, one other thing. Now, last thing we can do. Okay, go ahead and put your coins down. This is where you'll need your better set of cards, guys. And what you're going to do is we're going to do something that some of you may know how to do. And if you know how to do this, great. If you don't, remember, this is for people who probably haven't done this. The last thing we're going to do is we are going to learn how to do something that will help your wrist snap. For those of you, we're going to learn how to throw cards, okay? Oh, you can't start your video? If you've got to go, you got to go. That's fine, okay? You can't start your video? Okay, not a problem. Audrey, thanks for trying. That's okay. Don't worry about it. That's okay. We'll try it maybe some other time. If you do have to go to other Zoom lessons, guys, it's not the end of the world. You can duck in and out whenever you need to. All right, it's not a problem. Guys, I understand if you duck in and out. So thanks for telling me, though. I appreciate that. Just whenever you've got to duck in and out of these meetings, that's fine. It's just here for you guys, okay? When you go to throw cards, it's not in your arm. It's all in your wrist. A lot of it comes down to grip. It's not going to be like throwing a Frisbee, okay? That won't work. Throwing a Frisbee on this won't work. It'll look terrible. What we want is we want a lot of spin. And the spin is going to come from our finger snap and from our wrist, okay? It's really tricky to teach this. It's just kind of tricky, so just stay along with me. You'll want really good playing cards. You'll want really nice bicycle, thick, heavy plastic playing cards. I think somebody asked a good question. Do I want to use my really, really nice cards for this? If they're your parents or your families, don't buy your own deck. Yes, that's $2 to $3 a deck for these, but you want the heavier ones because they fly better and they work better. They're more stable, okay? You will end up denting the corners, okay? You'll end up denting the corners if you use them a lot. So what you're going to do is you're going to grip it between, they could be a little used. Yeah, absolutely. They're fine if they're a little bit used. These have been used a few times, but by the time you're done and you're learning how to throw cards, you're going to dent these corners so much. Some people have actual throwing cards, great. There are a lot of different ways to grip this, okay? There are tons of videos out there. I'm not an expert. I'm not a pro, okay? But what you can do is you can learn different techniques. What you'll do is you're going to hold it between two fingers. Some people use their pointer and middle finger. Some people use their middle finger and ring finger. Some people don't usually use their ring and this. I usually use, okay, my middle finger and ring finger. Why? It's just the most comfortable for me. Some people can do this. I can hold it like this, and that's fine. But the first thing you need to do to get a good grip, okay, so you want to follow along with me. That one's a little curved, okay? You're going to take it, and you're going to set your hand down, either left-handed, like this, or right-handed, and you're going to put the card on the palm side between two fingers loosely so that you can kind of curl it in towards your palm. Some people will try to hold it this way. That doesn't work. Okay, it's got to curl into your palm. Okay. For me, you'll notice I'll put it between these two. So what you want to do is you'll want to do this. Yes, Titus, I see you have a thing. Just type it out if you have a question. I saw your hand there. Okay. It curls. The first thing to kind of get used to is this motion right here. Just kind of here and then loose. See how it kind of ends up on the tip of my finger? And I just I would let it go and it's going to spin. When you can get this feeling down and it feels nice and loose, great. Okay, notice I kind of hold it. Sometimes some people hold it in the corner here. Great. Some people hold it across the middle. That works okay. When I hold it, you'll see me hold it kind of, how do I usually hold it? I'll hold it like this. Does it matter how you grip it? No, as long as you have it loosely between these two fingers. If you do have questions, just type them in. I see a lot of people are raising their hands, just type it in, okay? And you want this curl, okay? You want this curl to happen. But the one thing you want to happen, though, when you do this, okay, and I'm going to show you a target here real quick, and I'm going to sit, and I'm going to just throw from my chair. I've got this right here. Okay, so I put some newspaper across. Okay, if I take my hand right here, okay, if I take my hand right here, and I just flick, I want it to curl. Some people will curl their hand like this. Okay, some people let it curl like this. Some people will curl it like this. What I want it to do, and the thing that I want to see, is I want to see it spin. So I'm gonna see if I can do this. I'm gonna keep my elbow flat. Okay, that wasn't very good. Here, flick. Can everybody see the cards kind of flying a little bit? They should. You should see some spin to it. Okay, are you guys seeing that spin? Good. If you're seeing the spin, great. Now, the next goal you want, once you get good at that, start putting your arm into it. I would start here from my elbow and flick. If I can do this, I've got a really good handle on what I'm doing. If I can't do that, guess what? If they're fluttering like this, or they're going like this, or this, they're not spinning. They're not balanced. I want spin. You're not throwing it like a frisbee, okay? You're not throwing it like a frisbee, okay? You're flicking it from your wrist and your fingers, and that's what you want. I'm not getting much power off of it because I'm trying to aim it a certain way, and I'm trying to throw it. I put some newspaper across the doorway here, okay? If I flick it, I could probably put it through the newspaper. If you do it really well, you could use a piece of foam and throw it into the foam. I don't know if I can hit it from here. Let's see. Nope, I missed. Nope, that was a terrible throw. Okay, hang on. Nope, that was bad. Haven't done this in a while. There, I banked it off of there. Nope. So there you go. So anyway, one of those things is neat. This is why when we look at everything in sports, okay, and I want you to think about sports. Anytime you throw a pitch, anytime you throw a football, anytime you do any of those things, they all have spin, okay? And it's all a muscle memory, it's all reflexes, it's all wrist, it's all connecting eyes, brain, everything together. But what it does show is that if you keep it stable with spin, that is what makes everything the most stable. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoop, going crazy. Hang on. Yeah, sorry that went a little weird there. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened there. There we go. We'll try again. My camera went all weird. Sorry. I apologize. Now I'm blurry. This is one of those days, isn't it? Yep. Super crash. There we go. All right. Anyway, things happen. Sorry about that, guys. It just does things. You didn't know what about the spin and how much you throw spin. Spin is what keeps things stable. It's what is impressive. It is the thing that is important. You don't think about it. You really don't think about it, but it is the one thing that keeps things the most stable, and it's what gives you the maximum distance. So when you go out to throw, if you're a baseball player, I know your season's probably getting kind of goofed up. Ours is around here. Everybody's is. Watch professionals. Watch what you do. No matter when you throw it, you always throw it with spin. And the better your throw is, the more stable your throw is, the more spin you usually have. Great quarterbacks in football throw with a very tight spiral that gives them maximum distance and cuts through the air. Also, volleyball players, if you watch their serves, a lot of them put topspin because they roll their hand over the top. That's what makes it go over the net and then drop severely. The weird ones where they hit it with no spin, the knuckle serves, a lot trickier and harder to control. If you have no spin on your throws or anything you do, it actually loses control. It's kind of weird because spin cuts through the air. And the thing is, with these cards, with the cups, with all those things, you can impress your friends, you can show things off, you can do all of these neat things with just a set of playing cards, coins, and all of these things. Have fun with it, guys, and enjoy it.